stuff that they can do. Like you can bend, you can break, you can knock over. It does all sorts of things. This footage right here is this video. This is actually at the Tacoma Bridge, and this was near Washington State. And this is just footage from 1940. And you notice the bridge was shaking up and down. What do you think is going on? Why is it causing the bridge to shake like that? You're right. A lot of people would say earthquake or there was a hurricane, but actually there wasn't a storm that day. It was wind. It was 35 mile per hour wind that shook the bridge. And so if you were to take like a paper clip and if you were to bend it, what do you think would happen if you keep on bending it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth? It would break, right? And so this is the kind of the same thing that happened here. When that bridge was wobbling around, it's kind of like this concept here. So much wind, so much pressure, and causing it to go back and forth, it's going to break off. And then it's going to come crashing into the water. Back then, when they were building this bridge in the 1930s, they didn't really think about aerodynamics too much when building this. What they really cared about was just the cars going back and forth and making sure it gets from A to B safely. But when that 35 mile per hour wind shook that bridge and it came tumbling down, when they rebuilt it, they made sure that it was going to be aerodynamic and not like 35 mile per hour wind can't knock it down.
Do you happen to have a picture of?
I don't have the picture of the new bridge. Yeah, if you do Google it, you'll see like a picture of what it looks like now. Yeah, and if you see that object behind you right there, you're going to flick on that switch.
You can do it again if you want.
Okay, and in a minute you're going to see the ball float in the air. And when you turn on that switch, why do you think you didn't shoot the ball into the ceiling? Usually you'll see something like that where it's the ceiling. Okay, so we're just going to...
Because the wind was it wasn't as much force.
They have gravity, that's what's holding it into place. And so, do you think the wind is shooting through the ball or around it? It's going around it, that's correct. And see, with the gravity, it's keeping the ball in place. And so, it's like having invisible hands. And if you see that picture right here, see the wind going around the ball like that? It's kind of like invisible hands keeping the ball in place. And then if you were to shake it up just a little bit, you'll see that the ball will kind of move back and forth. It's kind of like me holding the ball and then somebody taking my hand and shaking it. Right here, this is a screen. These little lines represent wind. And so this is kind of like a test to see what objects are aerodynamic in the wind, like for airplanes, for example. Let's just say if we had an airplane, let's just say if the wing was shaped like a square. Have you ever stuck your arm out the window with your palm facing up in the car? It feels like somebody's bending it, right? Yeah, because you're feeling all that pressure, but when you have your hand like this, with your palm facing the ground, you don't feel much resistance. You don't feel so much pressure.
Test that later.
But this one right here, you'll see the wind change and see how it's big and just giant gusts of wind right there. What that is, when it hits the airplane wing like that, when it's shaped like that, it's almost like sticking your palm out the window, causing it to shake. And that's what's called turbulence. And turbulence, it can happen on planes, it can happen in cars, in buses, especially with very strong winds. And so what they did was, instead of shaping the airplane into those, instead of a square wing, they went ahead and they shaped it to where it's aerodynamic, so it's kind of like this, like whatever you're, like an airplane, your arms are out like that, and that's why they have it like that. And you see the wind, just like with the ball, you have one wind, you have one going that way, the other one going that way. You can see how it's less rocky, less shaky. So it's kind of like that same concept, sticking your hand out the window versus doing this. This one over here, this is a a pretty neat toy. When you turn it on, it's called a wind tunnel.
Come over here.
And what this does, like engineers, they like to use wind tunnels to test the airplanes to see the aerodynamics if we can go up against strong winds. Like we'll take different objects. Like I'll take this one, very light, and just a very different shape. And then I'm going to take this little cylinder, which is kind of bulky and heavy. And so you have the heavy and the light. Which one do you think is going to shoot out of the tube faster? The light one? Okay. Let's try it.
No.
Okay, there we go.
Can you find lava? But you have to go to that.
See how that one just went up? Whereas this one, that one's kind of heavy and kind of bulky, so it'll still float up. It'll just take a while. Whereas this one has like an aerodynamic shape to it, just like the airplane.
No. Stand right where you're looking.
So this is kind of like having a palm facing upward versus a palm facing downward, where you have to go up easily, and then this one. And then you'll see this picture where it kind of does that same concept with the air going around it, and it has like different shapes right here. Each shape, this is the direction the wheel is going. And with each shape, it's kind of different. Like some will go up faster, some will go slower.
Dominic, you want to try it?
Did you want to try it?
Okay, guys, it's Dominic's turn.
And these do fly all over the place. But it's
You gotta
okay.
let it go. You gotta come over here.
Alright. I'll race you. Who's gonna win?
There's like nothing.
Yep. There's one.
This is Dominic if he's wearing green, and that's why.
Oh look! Oh look, he disappeared! I did!
So that one just kind of stays in there.
Okay, Wichita Falls. We gotta go through Wichita Falls to get the bread.
There you go.
Very simple, right? They don't want to.
And what would happen if I were to put my hand on top of it? Yep, it'll go down. Or to do this.
Okay, guys.
What it does when I put my hand up here, because the air is pushing upward, I put my hand down here, which is making it push it back down. And it's kind of the same thing like when you turn off this machine. Like if I were to flick the switch, it'll go back down because there's no more air pushing through. And I turn it back on.
Okay,
And
so
it
where's
goes.
Temple then? Temple?